Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hemel and everyone watching tonight in what has no doubt been a whirlwind week in British basketball, where we have been rocked with unimaginable tragedy. Derek Wilkinson, Mikhail Bailey, Ava Derald Chakaya, Anthony TJ Hibbert and Daljang DJ Wall lost their lives last week. The latter four outstanding members of the University of Essex family, while Derek was a popular figure within the Brixton Top Cats and Itchen College Academy. Their lives cut short when in truth they had barely lived it, but while with us inspired so many with their personality, positivity and strength. We, as part of the British basketball family and Basketball England, mourn their loss, but also celebrate and remember the lives they had while they were with us, the smiles and memories they provided, which will live on in those that knew these five exceptional human beings forever. And it's going to be a hard one without them, and hopefully all their friends can remember the good times that they had with them and just hold on to those memories forever. John Hobbs, Graham Hiscock alongside me, and Hemel Derby, a big top of the table clash here in NBL Division 1 tonight. An absolutely barnstorming encounter in what has been a really horrific week in British basketball with the five tragedies that we've had. But it should be a fantastic encounter nonetheless.
And I echo your comments. That's just absolute tragedy, and these people have got to be remembered fondly, and we have to move on, and we have to get this game covered. It will be tough for a lot of people watching on. Hemel Storm only played Essex Rebels a couple of games ago here, so those players will be watching down upon us. Hemel and Derby know themselves. They know each other very, very well. And Hemel Storm joint top at the moment with Reading. They're unbeaten, 13-0. Reading's played a couple of more games. This is going to be a great game. It's an absolute sellout, and it's just wonderful to have you down here, John.
Been here at the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre. If we look at the two teams, starting with the Derby Trailblazers, starting with Raheem May Thompson, Jonas Dietrich, Malcolm Smith, Carl Jimenez and Rob Marsden. And for the Hemel Storm, they'll be starting with Trent Monkman, Sam Newman, Tremichael Motton, Darian Nelson Henry and Matt Ellis. Kind of as you would expect a starting five for both teams to be this evening. Mark Clark going up against Carl Henderson. Of course, the last time these two teams met back in November, it was Hemel who got a 91-74 win, ending Derby's 7-game unbeaten run. And of course, Derby, after defeat against Reading, Graham, sort of out of the title picture as such, but will want to keep their top four hopes alive.
Yeah, absolutely correct. They want to get home court advantage in the playoffs, and they want to beat Hemel on their own floor and make an absolute statement to the league that this team is not invincible. Are they going to go the whole season as they did, teammate, as they did in 23-24? 22-23, getting the quadruple, but can they go unbeaten completely in the league? Well, we're going to find out tonight, because Derby want to try and make some history.
Ben Silvaghi, James Molyneux and Jamie Wheeler are our three officials tonight. And we are ready to go here in Hemel Hempstead. The first time, as mentioned, that NBL Live has raided the Storm Dome. And what an occasion, a sellout crowd, as Graham has alluded to. And we are ready to go. Darian Nelson Henry, Raheem May Thompson tip it off, and we are underway. Hemel will get the first possession, as Motton has it. Fantastic crowd here at Hemel. Full house, can hardly hear yourself talk at times. As Monkman over Dietrich.
Yeah, good defense from the Trailblazers there. No score for Hemel.
Here is Marsden inside to Smith. Turnaround jumper. And Monkman the rebound. And Newman straight away at the top. Short. Ellis and Smith were battling for it. Here is Smith. And that's an offensive foul. Good positioning there from Trent Monkman.
Yeah, that's great defence from Monkman. He just anticipated perfectly, got his position, facing square on, took the hit, and Derby had nowhere to go there, John, and committed the offensive foul.
Almost an advantage being right next to the table officials here tonight, as well as... I think we had a whistle there on amongst the noise. Could barely hear that whistle as Sam Newman stops play, and we will restart in just a second.
Yeah, this place is just absolutely rocking, which is just wonderful, John, to have NBL Live down here so people can watch it on YouTube. But no, they're all coming out to watch, and it is absolutely rammed.
And that's what we want. Here is Nelson Henry backing down Marsden. Goes inside, the short hook, no good, and over a minute now played, still no score. Jimenez, that's deflected out of bounds by Darian Nelson Henry, so Derby will keep it.
Yeah, Jimenez has come in quite recently for Derby with Leighton Sewell injured. He was giving them so much, but they're really hoping that Jimenez can start to deliver and take up some of the slack while Sewell gets himself fit again.
And Mo Walker and Leighton Elliott-Sewell not playing tonight, both in street clothes, as Dietrich puts in a 2 from around 7 or 8 feet.
Yeah, he's number 2 in three-point shooting percentage. That was a nice two-pointer, just catch and shoot.
Newman marked with Jimenez. Newman with the floater, unorthodox, doesn't get it to fall. Marsden fluffs his lines, and Ellis nearly made him pay, but Dietrich collects. Here is Smith. Inside, Marsden under the hoop, gives it back to Smith. And Marsden has another opportunity for Derby. Jimenez. Dietrich, wide open, a 3.
Yeah, you can't leave him alone. Great start for Dietrich, and one of their key rebounders, Marsden, gave him an extra possession.
Ellis, a 2, money.
Yeah, what a great player for Storm to have. One of the top players in the Portuguese league last season, played in Argentina, knocks down that jump shot right there.
Marsden. May Thompson back to Marsden. And Newman gets the steal, and Tremichael Motton comes up with it. Pulls up for 3. And Dietrich with the rebound.
Yeah, it's a shot that Hemel wants Mike to make, just couldn't get it to go.
Dietrich finds Marsden inside.
Yeah, nice pick and roll, left-hand finish by Marsden.
We are having a few technical issues that we are sorting, folks, so apologies for the audio and sound sync, which is not aligned at the moment. There's Darian Nelson Henry with the 2 inside.
Yeah, he was definitely synced on that play, John, and just left-hand finish, great play.
May Thompson doesn't respond in kind with a 3. At 4 of 6 from downtown against Derby a couple of weeks ago, did May Thompson. Ellis on the turnaround, and May Thompson with the foul.
Yeah, Matt Ellis, you know, he's got some real size and athleticism, and as soon as he's turned there, the defense has...
As Matt Ellis gets the first free throw. What a season Matt Ellis is having for Hemel. 25 points, 12 boards against Birmingham last week, averaging 24 and 9 in his last 6 games played.
Yeah, he's just sensational player.
Jimenez bumping his way to the hoop. He's fouled.
Yeah, good play from Jimenez. He starting to show some good play, put up some good numbers last week and in recent games, but they really need him to deliver. Caledonia Gladiator player previously.
Did so well in the FIBA Europe Cup as well with Caledonia, did Jimenez, as he drove to the hoop and lost the ball. And now Ellis has it. Motton to Monkman. And Hemel will slow it down. In fact, they'll go inside to Nelson Henry, and he's fouled immediately by Rob Marsden. Those two players know each other very well from the old British Basketball League.
Yeah, and obviously we haven't got Mo Walker playing tonight.
No.
And that would have been interesting watching Mo go up against Darren. But you'll see a lot of that tonight, John. High-low pass, good spacing between Darren and Matt Ellis.
Newman on a catch and shoot. And that's short. Another offensive rebound from Ellis. And the ball's deflected out of bounds by May Thompson. Thank you for sticking with us, folks. We are apparently now in sync with our sound and picture quality. If in doubt, you blame Graham.
Yes, good. That's a really good decision.
There is Nelson Henry misses the two on the follow, Monkman.
Yeah, nice play from Trent Monkman. He's just a good energy player, getting the start tonight as well, John.
Jimenez, hounded by Motton. Smith, putting the moves on Ellis, and that's tough.
Yeah, Smith's been a rep for a long time, and he's been doing that for a long time. Nice move.
7th year with Derby now. Malcolm Smith signed a 2-year deal in the off-season, so he'll be here next season as well. Jimenez with the steal, a wild pass, and it finds May Thompson, who misses the two, misses another one from close. Monkman. Derby lead by 1. And Smith rebounds nearly halfway through a scrappy first quarter. And Ellis gets the steal, and a wild pass goes straight out of bounds. It's been a very messy 5 minutes, this has.
Yeah, it's just harem scarum there, John. Each team just trying to get on top, and they just couldn't get control of the ball. And in the end, with players diving on the floor, Matt Ellis just gets the ball thrown out of bounds.
Smith, a 2. That's short on the follow, though, May Thompson, who makes up for his earlier misses.
Yeah, that was a lot tougher than what he just missed.
And there's a violation there as well. Sorry, Graham, a violation there. Matt Smith stepped out of bounds, so Derby will get the ball back. As we see for the first time, Hakeem Silla come onto the floor, and it's great to see Hakeem back. And we can see some white flags, towels waving at Graham, which is awesome to see. And I'm going to assume you're going to tell us why.
Well, Hakeem's been at pretty much every game. He'll sit at the end of the bench, and he's waving that towel like whether it is Larry Bird or one of the Boston Celtic players, but he just wants to support his team so much. And it's a year ago against Derby that he had his ACL injury. He's now had surgery. He's back.
Motton goes inside and gets it to go, and Derby did have the ball. It was U-turned. Hemel got it back, and Motton with his first score.
Yeah, T-Mike with a nice move, great athleticism, nice touch off the glass.
Jimenez with Silla on him, and Smith just about gets it to go. Even he wasn't sure how that went in.
Yeah, a bit of broken play, just nice fade on that jump shot from Malcolm Smith.
Silla playing his first home game of the season. Turnaround, and doesn't get it to fall. Marsden with the rebound, and Derby so quick in transition, and the finish inside from Dietrich, and Coach Mark Clark wants a timeout. Derby lead 15-10 with 4:01 remaining.
Yeah, that's real statement basketball from Derby Trailblazers. That's just wonderful transition. They had the advantage, and they took full advantage of that, John.
And how about Derby right now? 5 of 11 from the field, 45%. But Hemel in a bit of a worrying start, 4 for 14. They were originally 3 for 13, excuse me, if I can get my words out. It's been a struggle for them so far in what really you have to say has been a messy first quarter.
Yeah, they've just not got into their stride. Nice move by T-Mike, but they've thrown the ball away. Good hustle, but they get it back, then they turn it over. I think Derby have just been more clinical, and Hemel have got I think it's good timeout from Coach Clark, and Hemel Storm have got to get into this game and get in quick.
As first time out of the game, 4:01 remaining in the first period. Hemel 13-0, sitting pretty at top of NBL Division 1. Derby, the reigning league champions, currently 9-5. You know, really, you have to say the title is out of their hands now, it has to be said, but a top 4 finish is certainly a strong possibility for the champions under the first-year head coach Kyle Henderson, who's done a fantastic job with Matt Shaw as his assistant.
Yeah, I mean, that's a change around there for the Trailblazers. Matt Shaw the head coach for a number of seasons, but obviously having Matt around has really helped the new head coach come in, Carl, and just put the things in that he wants and get Derby playing well. One thing they are doing well is in transition, they are making the absolute most of that advantage.
Derby so far with a couple of fast break points, and they have broken out in transition so far as Veronese into the game for the first time, and Tremichael Motton the finishing side.
Yeah, T-Mike again, he's got to get to the bucket, he's got to be assertive. Nice layup.
Jimenez. It was a good-looking pass, but it was intercepted by Newman. And here is Motton again. David Semental into the game for the Trailblazers. Newman a three.
Yeah, and that's great when T-Mike can be point guard, and then Sam Newman can be that number 2 and take the shot from the wing. Nice job.
And just like that, we're tied at 15, and Hemel now have the chance to take the lead in this one. Newman dances to the hoop, deflected by May Thompson, and David Semental has the ball. Pull-up jumper. Doesn't get that friendly roll, and Jimenez, I think, with a push. And that's a foul on the Trailblazers, number 23.
Yeah, good call from Jamie Wheeler, one of our top young Hertfordshire referees. He saw that, the push in the back. It's a clear call, but nice job by Hemel, just getting a body in the way of the offensive player trying to get the rebound.
Speaking to Jamie Wheeler just before the game, and he was very happy to be here tonight purely because this venue is 10 minutes from where he lives. I can see why. Here is Michael Motton.
Not too much travel. You have to check his travel claim, of course.
Ezzy in the corner. Back to Newman. Newman resets. 8 to shoot for the Storm, tied at 15. Ezzy a three. Splash.
Now that's a massive improvement for Veron. That catch and shooting rhythm, and he knocked it down. That is just fantastic. 3-point shot.
Second three of the first period for the Storm. Semental. 8 to shoot now for Derby. Marsden, bit of a mismatch with Motton. Wide open, Malcolm Smith off to the right. And Motton with the rebound. Great first quarter Tremichael Motton is having right now. Ellis goes inside, swatted away by May Thompson. Hemel still have it. Shot clock is at 7. Newman inside. Silla, his first score at home.
And that's massive. And the towels are waving, but just as Hakeem Silla at his best, just rolls to the bucket. Nice finish.
A fantastic celebration. Hakeem Silla. First home game of the season, his second game overall. Only played 2 minutes last week in Birmingham, and home comforts for him. And Hemel, who trailed by 5, have responded with a 10-0 run. Timeout, Kyle Henderson.
Yeah, that's just all on the back of Mark Clark's timeout, and that's why he's in, and he's head coach because he knows what to say and in what order to say it. But what a great response by the team. They came out, great defense, getting deflections, getting the rebounds and making the shots. And Silla, that's a massive moment for him.
Welcome everyone to the Basketball England YouTube channel. For the first time, NBL Live is here at the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre, home of the Hemel Storm. Hertfordshire basketball, such a bedrock, isn't it, in British basketball? Graham, you are a big part of that. Hertfordshire basketball as a community, what does that mean to you?
Well, I've been chair since about 2018. It's just about giving people a chance to play, to represent the county, or to give, like we've been doing this year, we've been running a Central Venue League, to give players that may never played at all, under 12 level for that in particular. Getting Storm involved with the Broxbourne School. You spoke to one of the students. Yeah. Henry played at that tournament, and now he's coming down to watch the game. So just a lot going on. You've got the Hearts Basketball League as well within Hertfordshire. You've got Team Sports who do all the streaming here. John, who you've met, I'm sure you've met Francisco and Owen, they do a great job taking care of all that sort of stuff as well. A lot going on, very proud to be at the helm.
Charlie Brown into the game for the first time, and on the ball for the Trailblazers. Matthew Dizu into the game as well as Malcolm Smith. That's a tough move and a finish.
Yeah, Smith just going strong to the hoop off the glass.
Newman inside Silla. Silla loses the ball, and May Thompson comes up with it. Here is Brown. Simmental a three, short. Silla rebounds.
Yeah, for Hakeem, he's just such a versatile and durable player, and that's hopefully going to help him with his comeback for his injury. He's just feeling his way through now. There's going to be the odd turnover or the odd miss rebound. He just needs minutes, and that's why coach is leaving him out.
Hakeem's family here tonight as well, watching on for his second game, but first home game of the season. Nelson Henry putting the moves on Smith and getting it to go.
Yeah, what a veteran, second year here. What a great pickup for Hemel Storm, and that's just a super turnaround jump hook there, John.
Simmental drives to the hoop, blocked by Dizu, and away comes the Storm with Newman. Dizu at the other end, doesn't get the drop, and Silla rebounds. Dizu now driving again to the basket, but misses the two inside. And here is May Thompson. Bit of a frantic pace now as we enter the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. Jimenez looking for help. Good defense from Nelson Henry, and stolen away by Newman. Final seconds of the first quarter. Newman, a step back three, that's off. And Ferran, he did actually get that off in time, but way off. And that ends the first quarter. It took a little while for both teams to get going, but the Hemel Storm, on the back of a 10-0 run, lead 22-17 over the Derby Trailblazers. And the scoring has been very, very balanced for the Hemel Storm. A couple of players on 4 points. Leading all scorers is Jonas Dietrich with 7. But so far, so good for the Hemel Storm.
Yeah, they had to weather a storm there. But it hasn't been straightforward. They're not blowing teams away. They're having to come back from deficits, but they don't panic. And you've got Silla on the floor as well, just taking care of business there with a rebound and a bucket. So that's really good, but they won't panic. Coach Clark won't panic, and you can see that with the way they come back from deficits. There's no sort of getting down too much or getting up too much. They're just doing the job.
But at the same time, Hemel shooting the ball very poorly, just 37% from the floor. Derby, conversely, 42%. But their shot selection has been very wild, hasn't it, for Derby thus far? And that's why Hemel have been able to take the lead, especially in the last few minutes. It's been better shot selection and easier looks to the hoop.
Yeah, Derby looked really good when they got in transition, got some buckets on the 3-on-2s or 2-on-1s. But, you know, they've got some dangerous players, and you look at the leading stats throughout the league. They've got Dietrich right up there from three-point range. He's already knocked down one. David Simmental as well. And, of course, Malcolm Smith will just keep giving and giving good stats. So I think Hemel now have got this game under control. It wasn't for a while. And now Coach Clark will want his team to push on and build a big lead.
As we get ready to start the second quarter, Jace Harrison into the game for the first time for the Trailblazers, number 6. And on the ball now, here is Brown. Smith inside Mars, had some space, but Eze blocked him off it. And Harrison gets it to go and one. Great cut there to the hoop from Jace Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison, blindside cut because he's come from the weak side. Defense, a little bit of ball watching, just catches and finish before the defense can react, John.
Third season with the Trailblazers, Jace Harrison averaging 6 points, 3 assists off the bench, misses the resulting free throw, and that ball will go to the Hemel Storm. That came off Malcolm Smith last as he was wrestling with Darian Nelson Henry, who checks out for the first time. Jack Bennell comes in. Now the the elder statesman, shall we say, of the Hemel Storm.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's been playing for Storm for so many years, as a junior as well, and he's one of the leading three-point shooters on this team. They just got to get him some open looks.
Dizu is wide open from downtown. That's in and out. And Brown collects the loose change. Smith fights his way inside. That will go, and that will be a foul as well. Malcolm Smith bundling his way to the hoop for two.
Yeah, he set himself up really early there and right under the basket, and he's got two players that just aren't able to deal with him physically. Just catches, turns and finishes.
Malcolm Smith to the line, a 72% foul shooter this season. Malcolm Smith, and just about gets that friendly roll. Hemel have invested in new baskets this season, which has worked quite well for them. Been told the shooters were not very happy though, but can't please everyone, I guess.
No.
Here is Tremichael Motton. Matt Ellis. And his shot is no good. Marsden rebounds. Rob Marsden now with his fourth rebound of this contest. That's a tough move. Beautiful awareness there from Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, Storm are going to have to make some adjustments. That's too easy for Malcolm Smith. Veronese just wasn't able to deal with him.
First player into double figures now, Malcolm Smith. He's on 11. And Tremichael Motton has a good idea, but too low for Matthew Dizu to collect.
Yeah, Dizu had gone past the pass where he intended to get it to, and it was another turnover. They've got to take care of the ball, Storm.
Harrison back to Charlie Brown. Brown driving, and he'll go for a shot which is blocked by Burnell. He still has the ball. Does Brown? Harrison a three? No. And Ezzy rebounds.
Yeah, great D from Jack.
And Matt Ellis all alone in transition, doesn't get it to go, and it just rolls in. Unsure if that was him or a Derby player who got the final touch. Simmental off balance makes it.
Yeah, good response from Simmental, but what hustle by Ellis to get that offensive rebound or put pressure on the Derby defense.
Trailblazers by two. Tremichael Motton, beautiful footwork in the finish.
Yeah, that's why he's been brought here. Take over the game, team, Mike, come on.
Motton now with 6. Simmental glides to the hoop, doesn't get it to fall as he bats the ball away. And here is Burnell. Dizu again, extra pass, and Ellis doesn't get that friendly roll with the floater.
Yeah, Ellis maybe a touch further out than he wanted to be, just couldn't get it to go.
Harrison finds Marsden. And Marsden's shot off the glass is good.
I love these left-hand finishes. That's great turn, and he shot around the Hemel defense. Super job.
Should be a great matchup between Marsden and Ellis, and likewise when Ellis and Smith will be matched up as well. That will happen as Ellis doesn't get his shot to fall. Ellis now 2 of 8 from the field. Harrison, the teardrop is good.
Yeah, that is just excellent play from Harrison. He's just caught that ball on the wing, attacked the closeout, and got the shot off before Veron could come and help.
And a good start to this second quarter, excuse me, from Derby. 15-4 in this second quarter so far. Ellis. That's a long 2, and that's short. And Dizu can't keep it all in bounds, so Derby will have it as Jonas Dietrich comes in, and David Simmental playing his first game back after a knee injury. He's had a tough season as Simmental with knee injuries this season, but back tonight he comes out. But a good start to this second quarter from Derby.
Yeah, really impressive by the team in blue.
Ezzy nearly got the steal there from Harrison, and now gets the steal, and Tremichael Motton, it's 2-on-2. He'll slow it down, he'll find Monkman inside, and Monkman will finish. Yeah,
Trent Monkman, what a super move. Great hesitation by T. Mike, and a nice pass as well.
Harrison. It was a good look there from Smith. He just about finds Marsden, who goes inside and scores.
Yeah, old school ball there from Marsden. Up fake once and then twice and gets it up off the glass. Nice touch by the big fella.
Couple of years now in Derby for Rob Marsden. Did play for the Doncaster Eagles in Division 2 for a time. Averaged 22 and 17 in that period. Here is Monkman for the shoot. And inside and throwing it down is Matt Ellis.
That's more like it from Ellis. Gets all the way to the hoop, elevates and crushes it for a nice dunk.
28 points, 6 rebounds Matt Ellis had when these two teams met back in November. Dietrich finds Harrison, no hesitation, but misses the two. On the follow again is Marsden.
Yeah, Marsden, all energy. Guys, you've got to box out. Hemel's, that's going to be driving Coach Clark absolutely mad.
4 of 4 from the field now for Rob Marsden. He has 8 points to go with 5 boards. Monkman at the top, drives at Harrison. Fakes his man, doesn't get it to fall, and Harrison the rebound. And Derby can stretch their lead to 6, which will be their biggest lead of the game if they do. Smith on the spin, beautiful footwork, gets it to go, and a timeout has been called by Mark Clark. A fantastic spell from the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they had the lead, and Storm got it back, and now it's all Derby Trailblazers. Malcolm Smith again just catches it, turns, nice little fake as the help came, soft off the glass.
A 19 to 8 second period thus far from the visitors, and you can see Mark Clark to our left is very animated right now on the bench. This isn't the Hemel Storm basketball that we've seen all season long, where they've vanquished all 13 opponents before them.
Yeah, I mean, but as I said earlier, John, it's not all been plain sailing, so they're used to these situations where they're having to chase the game, and then there will be that moment. They're hoping again that they're going to take care of business, they're going to have their own run, and they can hold this team off. But Derby are fully up for this. Loads of energy, lot of options. They're overpowering the Hemel defense at times as well. So Storm, this is a massive timeout again for Coach Clark.
Absolutely, and for Kyle Henderson, gotta like what he's seeing right now from his Derby Trailblazers players. Leighton Elliott-Sewell and Mo Walker not playing tonight for the Trailblazers, so they are a little short-handed, but so far doing a very, very good job, led by Malcolm Smith, who has 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that, it's a mark of a good team, John. They have a couple of players down, no problem, other players step up.
Sam Newman. Motton. Looks for Newman again, and that pass deflected by Charlie Brown. And one interesting point, I was having a chat with a few of the Hemel players beforehand, and they have noticed that the teams have been really gunning for them over the last couple of weeks, especially after losing the National Cup final to Reading, as they just about beat Worthing and Birmingham over that time frame. Motton a 3, puts it in, a long 3, Tremichael Motton.
Yeah, T-Mike's shooting just over 30% from 3, but it's the timing of that shot. Got a bit lucky, bit fortunate, but he knocked it down.
May Thompson. Marsden inside. Marsden with his first miss of the game. And here is Monkman. Nelson Henry on the spin, under the hoop. Wrestles his way out. Monkman a 3, no. And Harrison with the rebound. And I think Tremichael Motton just signaling that he wants to come out in the next dead ball as Harrison goes inside. Marsden can't get it to follow. And here is Motton. And a timeout this time has been called by Kyle Henderson. He wants a timeout as Tremichael Motton, a worrying sign there. He was just calling Mark Clark, pointing to his shoulder, and he looks in a bit of discomfort.
Well, that would just be so unfortunate because, as you've said, John, how well he's playing tonight. He's really stepping up to the plate. So you just got to hope he's going to be okay because he's making some big plays. And also, obviously, Hakeem Silla feeling his way back into fitness as well. They don't want T-Mike with a problem when they're trying to just ease Hakeem back into things.
Absolutely. And speaking of Hakeem Silla, it's great to see him back. We had a chat with him earlier on before tip-off. All smiles as he came in, and a guy who averaged 22 points, 8 boards last season, 8 double-doubles in 16 games, so a walking double-double. You could argue that fact. And coming in today, all smiles. It was just great to see him back, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he must have been so excited. Couple of minutes in the game last week in Birmingham, but this is different level, being at home, sellout crowd. But he was just a massive part of the quadruple year for sure. Unbelievable year. And yeah, a walking double-double. He can just do it all. And he's so resilient and so strong and so skilled. I saw him in Rwanda when he was playing for Guinea, and to bump into him there, you know, he was coming off the bench and just bringing energy to that national team. So I've always followed Hakeem with interest, and we wish him all the best.
It was certainly great. I was watching that on YouTube as well over the years when he was at the Afro Basket with Guinea, and you could just tell the enthusiasm of representing his homeland.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was totally clear. And they had a really good run at that Afro Basket back in 2021 as well. And you know, he's a big part of that. But bringing that mentality to Hemel has been a huge difference.
Here is Dietrich. Pull-up jumper is money.
Yeah, he is super organised and really quick and smart. Just got to his spot off the dribble, knocked it down.
Nelson Henry. Monkman had a bit of room for the three, decides to keep his dribble alive. Newman, 9 on the shot clock. Nelson Henry inside. The hook is good.
Yeah, he's so smart. Darian Nelson Henry got to his spot, nice jump hook.
Only had 8 points last week, did Nelson Henry. Against Birmingham, as the ball goes out of bounds, it will stay with Derby. And interestingly enough, for Nelson Henry, it's only the second time this season where Darian Nelson Henry has scored under 10 points. The last time he did that was the opening game of the season against Bradford here on his home floor. So Nelson Henry, another high-volume scorer.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Ellis are a real 1-2 punch. And if they can get Silla firing even at 70 or 80%.
And the steal there, the behind-the-back pass. And Monkman wanted the highlight reel slam. Kicks it out to Newman instead, and Hemel will reset. Ellis. Shot clock winding down. Ellis, the beautiful layup for 2.
He's so long, and he just got all the way to the bucket off to the dribble there. Wonderful play from Storm.
And Smith is fouled by Silla. You can tell Hakeem Silla's back, can't you?
Yeah, he's getting into this now, and I think if he can just get to the point where he's not thinking about what he's doing, but look at that move from Matt Ellis. He did struggle earlier. They were really making it tough for him, but he's now finding his moments and the gaps.
Kyle Henderson just having a quick chat with the officials as we have 1:51 remaining in what has been a scoreline tug of war between these two teams as Dietrich, catch and shoot, gets it to fall.
Yeah, he's having a storm of a game here for the Trailblazers. Just catch and shoot. You can't leave him open for a second.
It's almost a case of, are you playing Storm Bingo at the moment, Graham? I'm game if you are, as Monkman goes inside.
Well, Trent is definitely game. What a reverse layup.
Smith. And Smith is fouled by Ellis. He wants a possession arrow. That would favour the Storm if that happened. And a foul has been called. And I think that's a second foul on Ellis, and it is, as Carl Jimenez comes back in and Charlie Brown checks out.
Yeah, they got some good rotations, Trailblazers here. And as you say, they're down a couple of players as well. Once they've got everybody back, they are going to be a real problem. But Ellis then, he tried to get a tie-up, but it was a foul on Ellis.
So loud here at the Storm Dome. I can barely hear you, Graham. It's absolutely deafening here. A near full house at the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre as the referees just conferring something with the table officials. As Veronese, Tremichael Motton and Jack Burnell will check in. Matt Ellis, Akeem Siller and Darian Nelson-Henry will head to the bench.
Well, this is a big call from Coach Clark.
Yeah.
That's all their size out. So they're really going to have to box out on their rebounds now.
Well, the other side as well, it does give Hemel offensively a bit more space, doesn't it?
It will, and they will play at high speed now and spread the floor, try and get some good looks and get some cut-throughs to the basket.
Always good to be in front of a noisy crowd, but it can be difficult sometimes.
What did you say?
Here is Newman, Malcolm Smith getting his free throws. We're tied at 42 as we enter the final minute. And a bit of change in the second quarter. Here is Motton, thankfully back into the game after his shoulder scare. And he packs in a three, Tremichael Motton.
Well, that's what it's all about with T-Mike. Great shot, great move.
And at the other end, Dietrich looked for the three as well. That ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Hemel Storm. And we have 55.7 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, incredible speed after the score by T-Mike. The speed that Derby get the ball down the floor.
Nearly a violation there, but Newman just about gets it in time. Here is Burnell. Newman, 47 seconds left in the half. Newman dancing and nearly finishing, but he will go to the line. Sam Newman with that explosion.
Yeah, he can get to the bucket, he can throw it down with the best of them, but that's a really nice move. A little bit of dribble action with JB, and then he just got the ball and exploded to the hoop downhill.
3 points so far for Sam Newman. He had 14 assists back in November in Derby. It was a huge factor in the win, but struggling from the free throw line this season is Sam Newman, just 69% from the stripe, but on a career he's 87%.
Yeah, it can go that way sometimes. And that 14 assists against Derby, Storm only had 23 total, but of course he's the #1 assist man in the whole league this season. He's a great player.
Smith, Dietrich, inside Marsden. Fakes his man and scores. That's beautiful from Rob Marsden.
Yeah, just textbook up fake, wait for the defense to come back down.
Motton. There's around a 4-second differential between the shot and game clock to end the half. Motton still has it. Pulling the moves on May Thompson. May Thompson stands his ground. Motton gets a three up, doesn't get it to fall. Final seconds of the half. Jimenez doesn't get it to fall, and that'll end an entertaining first half here in Hemel. Hemel with a slight lead, 46-44, but it's all to play for in the second half, just as we like it. It's been a very entertaining game, albeit it took a while for it to get going.
Yeah, Storm struggled in the first few minutes, but once Mark took that first time out, they came out firing, and then it's been back and forth. Exactly the sort of game you'd want, John, for NBL Live to come into Hemel.
Tremichael Motton leads the way for the Storm, 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Matt Ellis supporting him with 10, but 4 of 12 from the field for him, as Malcolm Smith leads the Trailblazers with 15 points. Jonas Dietrich has 11, and food for thought for both coaches as Mark Clark heads to the locker room looking a little bit aggravated. He was chatting to the officials just in front of us as we were talking, and obviously something really on his mind.
Yeah, well, I think Derby are making it really tough for the Storm to get a foothold in this game. They just keep coming at them. There may be a couple of calls. Ellis's second foul could have been 50-50, but, you know, the referees are right there, and they've made the call. But, you know, coach will just get it out of his system, get to the locker room, and then focus on what he's got to say to the guys.
It's half-time here at the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre, our NBL Live debut here in the fantastic area of Hemel, and a fantastic welcome we have had today. and obviously through the evening as well, as the fans invade the court for their halftime shootout and a bit of fun while the teams are in the locker room. Myself and Graham will take a little break, and we'll be back in roughly 11 minutes time. Don't go anywhere.
1-2, 1-2.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre. Yeah, I can't hear me at all. Welcome back to the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre, where the Hemel Storm lead the Derby Trailblazers 46-44. We're just about to start the third quarter.
Yeah, while John's just getting his technical issue sorted, we're back here at Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre. It's 46-44 to the home team, and I think John's got a new set of headphones.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey. Well, anything can happen.
You're back.
Anything can happen on a live stream and in live sports, I guess. That was a random bit of miscommunication with the headset there, but it's all been sorted. We're back now for the third quarter, 46-44. Hemel Storm lead the Derby Trailblazers. John Hobbs, Graham Hiscock here courtside. And Graham, we've mentioned that this is the first time that NBL Live has been to the Storm Dome, a Hemel Storm home game, and the community stuff. We spoke about the Hearts Basketball Association and what the great things that have been happening in Hertfordshire, but Hemel Storm also, as a community club, have been doing incredible things as well, haven't they?
Yeah, their community schools program is amazing. Not only the stuff they've been doing on the court, as arguably one of the most successful NBL teams, certainly in modern times, with some of the seasons they've had, but they're working with 20 different companies that are sponsoring the club. They serve 20 schools per week at least every week, so they're working with all the schools locally, plus across Hertfordshire as well. The crowds are just getting bigger and bigger, and volunteers work day and night, and that is the absolute key. Tony Humphries, that's what he talks about most.
As Nelson Henry goes inside, loses the ball. We'll go back to that in just a second as Rob Marsden gets the rebound. Here is Jimenez. Dietrich. It's a wild pass from Jimenez. Dietrich did well to collect. Two Loughborough teammates there as Dietrich, shot clock winding down. Good defense from Newman. A late foul, though, has been called on Newman. And that will be Sam Newman's first foul. But also as well, something that really has struck to me is it's not just the kids, but the women's team as well. They're in their second year as a WNBL Division 2 team, doing very well as well. So it's a wide range of programs there, isn't it?
That's right, and there's a lot of the link is in with the Hearts University programs as well. Players are coming here to study there. But yes, Tom Frederick and Steve Darlow running the women's program. Of course, Steve, a big player here in his day and over at Ware Rebels. And you've just got good people that are just making a massive difference for Hemel Storm.
Newman drives inside, open lane, Sam Newman.
Yeah, he's the best of British, and he's tops assist man, but that's a great play. Just goes downhill again and flies to the basket.
Marsden inside, blocked by Nelson Henry. He got a little touch, and here is Newman to Motton. Of course, Sam Newman, as you said, leads the league in assists with 8 a game. On that last possession, turned the scorer, as does Tremichael Motton. Almost carbon copy of the last play.
Yeah, the defense just froze. Beautiful back cut, took the defense high, and then went to the hoop, and totally unimpeded as well for teammate.
All of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead for the Storm, as Mae Thompson misses the off-balance shot. And here is Newman, chance to extend the lead a bit further. Newman, Motton, a three, and Marsden rebounds.
Yeah, wide open for T-Mike. He had to take that in transition.
Smith doesn't get it to fall. That was Marsden's 9th rebound, so he's 1 rebound shy of a double-double. 10 and 9. As Mockman a three, no, and there is Rob Marsden's double-double, 10 points, 10 boards.
Yeah, he's just been fabulous tonight, full of energy and great technique as a big. Really good to see.
Dietrich. Marsden inside to Smith, turnaround jumper, whacks the bottom of the backboard, he wants a foul. Newman, Motton, the extra pass, Mockman drives inside the layup. Everything going Hemel's way inside right now, and they have an 8-point lead.
Yeah, they're getting to the basket, as the refs call a technical foul.
It's a technical foul, yeah. Malcolm Smith, just a bit too much back chat. And for a good second quarter that Derby had, so far Hemel have come out storming in this third quarter. There we go.
Yeah, one to you. but whatever Mark said at half-time has worked. They've just come out flying. And you had the Newman bucket, then you had T-Mike wide open, and then Trent Monkman. That's beautiful attack of the closeout in the corner, and he gets to the hoop. Whereas Derby, all of a sudden, are having to play one-on-1, one-on-2. All their shots are under extreme pressure.
Great to have you all on board on the Basketball England YouTube channel. If you've just joined us, 1v4 here. As Malcolm Smith, beautiful footwork inside. Marsden doesn't get the finish. Good help defense from Nelson Henry. Trent Monkman finds Nelson Henry at the other end. He blows the dunk though. Jimenez, May Thompson on the spin, and a foul is called at the other end.
Yeah, that is just, well, wonderful cut initially by Darian Nelson Henry. So unfortunate he didn't finish it, but he just ghosted in behind the D. And then Trent Monkman, so brave to take the charge and get another possession for the Storm. Fantastic
Sequence there of action. A missed dunk and a charging foul at both ends there. Near sellout crowd at the Hemel Hempstead Leisure Centre, and they are making a lot of noise. It's almost hard to hear myself and Graham talk at times as Motton has it. And May Thompson with the steal, he gets the ball. And now May Thompson in transition, throws it down, and a foul. What a move from May Thompson.
That was sensational. T-Mike got caught with the turnover, and look out below because he takes off and crushes it all over Trent Monkman.
Raheem May Thompson with the stuff. He'll go to the line for the one. And for the poor start that Derby have had in this third quarter, that's something that will certainly energise them.
Yeah, only needs one play like that, and then all of a sudden the energy will come surging through. And we'll see if Trailblazers can get back in this.
This is the three-point play opportunity. Monkman. And Motton drives. Inside Nelson Henry, blows the layup. A late whistle is fouled. In fact, no, it's a technical foul on Darian Nelson Henry this time.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be frustrated he missed that. Nice pass by T-Mike, but let's just see what little shovel pass in. I mean, he's fouled there possibly by Smith, and that's what he's not happy with. But he'd be frustrated he didn't make the play.
Well, that'll be 3 fouls on Darian Nelson Henry as he chats till Savagi Benz, the official. And Veronese will be checking in to replace Nelson Henry. As mentioned, a 3rd foul on the former Leicester Riders star.
Yeah, he just needs to get off the court, John. He does not want any more fouls.
Dietrich misses the technical free throw, and you can almost hear one of the Hemel Storm players, unsure as to who it was, just shouting "Ball don't lie" there as well. So
yeah,
a little bit of back chat there.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that replay, and of course the referees haven't got the replay, and they have to make it live, but it did look like a swipe from Malcolm Smith.
Dietrich finds Smith, dancing to the hoop, misses the ball. It will, in fact, it will go to Hemel.
Yeah, I think Smith lost control of the ball before he got to Veron. Eze under the hoop, and it's all Storm at the moment.
Hemel by 7 as we come up to the 4-minute mark in the third. Newman, an open Trent Mockman, dancing to the hoop. And Mockman with 9 on the shot clock. Good defense from May Thompson as Mockman misses the 2. Here is Jimenez. Finds Dietrich. Smith doesn't get that friendly roll. And Matt Ellis the rebound. Mockman a 3. And that misses everything.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. 2 players who played on the same university team in Canada just couldn't get it to connect there, Trent Monkman.
Smith, Marsden, May Thompson a 3, gets it to go.
He's big time. The dunk and then the 3 just to keep the Trailblazers in touch. Nice play by Derby's number 7.
5 points now as we see the replay. 5 points in this third quarter for Raheem May Thompson, who had 18 points last time out against Reading, 11 of those coming in the second quarter, so upping the stats in the third quarter here tonight in Hemel.
Well, that's really where Trailblazers need it. But what I liked about that play, John, is multiple players involved, couple of passes that then led to May Thompson's wide open 3. And that's what they got to get back to. Don't force things.
Well, Derby lead the league in 3-point percentage this season. Here is Ellis, gets it to go. High degree of difficulty there for Matt Ellis.
Yeah, Matt Ellis able to just elevate and shoot over his defender. Nice touch by the big fella.
And a foul called on Veronese. As Derby will get the ball back. And now Hemel are flirting with team fouls. That's their 4th team foul in this third quarter. We still have 4:58 to go in the third. As Hemel lead 55-49. Jimenez. Marsden. Malcolm Smith in his favourite position.
Yeah, nice play. They got him wide open. No Storm player anywhere near him. And he just knocked it down, nothing but net.
17 now for Malcolm Smith. 7 of 14 from the field here tonight for the veteran. Here is Motton. Motton putting the moves on Smith, instead hands it to Ellis. And Smith nearly got the steal. 3 to shoot, and a foul has been called on the floor. Matt Ellis wants the continuation, as the foul is called, I believe, on Marsden.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to get that, but again, good defense by Malcolm Smith, just staying in front of T-Mike, who then just had to make the bounce pass, so they didn't really get any advantage about with what T-Mike had done, and then really Storm bailed out by the foul.
And now Hemel going big in a sense as Hakeem Silla checks in. Tremichael Motton heads to the bench. Newman. Good defense from Jimenez. And a foul is called again. And this time it's on Jimenez. And that's a second personal foul on the former Caledonia Gladiator.
Yeah, just good protection of the ball by Sam Newman. Knew what he was doing as he drove down the lane.
Newman along the baseline, finds Silla, gets it to go.
That is a pretty connection between Newman and Silla. Good touch and good signs regarding Hakeem Silla.
And that's where Hakeem Silla likes the ball right under the basket. He's almost automatic from there. Here is Jimenez, beautiful find to Dietrich inside.
That is a highlight play. Beautiful little flip pass behind the back, and Jimenez did the rest.
Gap is 4, 3:38 remaining in the third, and an offensive foul has been called. Moving screen on Hakeem Silla.
Yeah, that maybe need to have another look at that again. Oh, that's the The replay,
trick layup there,
which
beautiful.
is just straight down the middle again. That's getting back to what they need to do. But again, you know, with setting these screens, you've got to get a wide base. You can't then start moving. And there's the replay of that. I mean, he's got a hold of the defender. 50-50.
Charlie Brown and David Simmental into the game as May Thompson and Marsden take a seat, and a block from Ellis on Smith.
Yeah, that's fine for Storm. Ellis can handle Malcolm Smith one-on-one. That's a big-time block. He really moves his feet well, Matt Ellis, for a big, great pickup for Hemel Storm.
Charlie Brown. Simmental inside to Marsden. 3 on the shot clock. Brown puts it up and doesn't put it down. And Jimenez gets the offensive board, and Charlie Brown can reset. Brown finds Simmental, and Simmental knocks it down.
Yeah, beautiful play. They just bided their time. The killer bounce pass into the key, and they knocked down the jump shot. 4th
assist now for Charlie Brown. Actually taken more field goal attempts than he has this season. 42 now for Charlie Brown, had 37 last season. Here is Jimenez.
You are a mind of information, John. I'm paying attention.
Here is Simmental. I've learnt it from you. Here is Brown inside to Smith, and Silla with the steal. Silla finds Eze to the hoop.
Yeah, that's good job for Baron. He's had a bit of a quiet night offensively. That may get him going. Nice left-hand finish in transition.
4-point game entering the final 2 minutes of the third. It's been a really entertaining contest thus far, and a foul called on Veron Eze, who just clipped Carl Jimenez in the face as he was crossing him over.
Yeah, we had a great view of that, and no complaint from Eze, because he's so close with that defensive play. But they're back at the line again. They've missed their last couple of free throws. They don't want to be regretting free throw percentages at the end of this game.
As Dizu comes into the game, and Sam Newman checks in, and it's interesting you mentioned free throws. Free throws were what hurt Derby against Nottingham Hoods a couple of weeks ago in perhaps one of the most incredible game winners from his own free throw line.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Elliott, yeah.
Elliott Bailey. And Jimenez misses the free throws. So it's a 3-point game. He splits his free throw, and Tremichael Motton now has the ball. Burnell. Ellis kicks it out to Dizu. Shot clock is at 3 for Ellis. Tough shot. And Dizu with a brilliant rebound, and Hemel can reset. And Dizu in the corner. And Smith. There's a battle under the hoop as to who will get it, and Hemel will keep the ball.
Yeah, and again, it's Hakeem Silla just doing the little things. Great rebound by Dizu to keep that alive. But Silla, even though he's not 100%, he's still affecting the play in a positive way.
Well, Matthew Dizu's obviously had a very tough week, a former Essex Rebels player, and obviously knew the Essex 4 very well, as Burnell goes for 3 and strings one.
Yeah, KB Junior there with a catch and shoot. I said to Jack, do something good tonight so we can talk about it. There's the moment right there.
Of course, you and the Burnell family go back a number of years. Good to see Jack Burnell, first field goal of the night for him. Marsden pulling the moves on Silla and scoring.
Tough. I mean, the way he keeps that ball well away from the defense, and he just bodies Silla up. Nice play from Marsden.
Motton. Final 45 seconds of the third. Inside, beautiful finish from Motton.
Yeah, he's been quiet for a moment, but just when they needed a bucket, he explodes to the hoop, hangs in the air, and gets it done.
And Tremichael Motton now with 20 points, 8 of 12 from the field for him. Brown goes under the hoop. finds Simmental a three.
Well, Simmental, one of the leading three-point shooters in the league, let alone for the Trailblazers. You can't leave them alone.
Final seconds of the third period. Motton, who has the hot hand. And he's short on that one, and Simmental will heave it, and it will go straight to the wall. And that ends the third period, and it's all to play for. It's a one-possession game. Hemel, though, with the slight advantage, 64-61.
Yes, it's just a fabulous match-up. Two teams so closely matched up. Real just high-speed chess, John. And you think Storm had them. They just went on that surge. But Derby Trailblazers showing a lot of resilience and character.
And as we mentioned, Michael Motton, 20 points, 8 of 12 shooting. You can chuck in 5 assists as well for good measure. And Matt Ellis has 12 points, 6 rebounds as well for him. Malcolm Smith leading the way, 17 points for Derby. And Rob Marsden, as we mentioned, got his double-double in the first minutes or so of the third period. He has 12 and 10.
Yeah, I mean, Marsden's been superb. They've just got such firepower, Trailblazers. I really like Marsden and Smith as well. But you've got Jimenez, and the outside shooting is going to be key. Storm have got to stop that. But T-Mike is well above his average, going back to the Storm side of things. And now he's got to keep pushing. Just keep getting some good looks and keep making a difference offensively. Look for your own shot. Don't force it too much, because if players are open, you've got to get them the ball as well. But T-Mike is a key player now for Hemel Storm.
Well, you mentioned Michael Motton. He averaged 19 points in his first 5 games. His averages have dipped a little bit, but he's adjusted in other parts of the stat sheet, as you were alluding to. But so far, bumping that average up points-wise and almost recreating that form that we saw in the early stages of the season. And for Derby, a big focus will be on Motton going into the final period, especially as he's not actually got a foul at all. So he'll see a lot of minutes in the fourth. Yeah,
he will, and that's what you want from your foreign player. I mean, T-Mike, it's the first time he's been out of the States. A big player at college in Louisiana, coming into a new country, being part of the community coaching program as well, which is all new to him as well. So he's making adjustments as he goes through the season. But Derby Trailblazers, a lot of firepower, and causing Hemel a lot of problems tonight.
Smith gets his man in the air, doesn't get the foul he wanted though. And Trailblazers will get the ball back, and now a foul has been called on Matt Ellis on Charlie Brown. And that'll be a third foul on Matt Ellis.
Yeah, that's big this early in the quarter. I think Coach Clark will keep Ellis in the game. It's just important that Ellis and Henry are in there as much as they can. They're such a force and good rim protectors as well for the Storm.
As the moisture technician just cleans up the floor here at Hemel.
Well, of course, one of the moisture technicians, Callum, you can see his balloon at the end of the Hemel bench. It's his 18th birthday this week, his mum Carol, as Smith puts in the offensive rebound unimpeded. That will drive Coach Clark mad as well.
And it's a one-point game all of a sudden, as this lead has been Hemel's for a bit of a majority, it must say, but Derby have not gone away quietly as another foul has been called. That'll be 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, Ellis has just got to be, Matt Ellis has just got to be aggressive. He just took the dribble and then made the spin move there, which he really likes. And you can see Chase Harrison just ripping down onto the ball and swiping down. So 2 shots for Matt.
As Matt Ellis gets the first free throw to fall. We've mentioned what a season Ellis is having. First season with the Storm, averaging 19 points a game on nearly 68% shooting from the field. He's had a fantastic year. Of course, his season high of 44 in the National Cup against London Elite.
Yeah, he can go big. He can do a lot. He can knock down the three as well, but he's just such an all-court player and a great addition for Storm. I've said that plenty of times tonight.
Harrison. Marsden, 2 to shoot. He's got to put up something. That's a shot clock violation on Simmental. Shot is good, but they'll wave it off.
That is such good defense from Jack Burnell. Underestimated defender at times. He just kept pushing Harrison to the side and kept pushing him to the sideline. Wouldn't let him get the shot he wanted, and that forced the shot clock to expire. Nice job, Jack.
Nelson Henry. The lob. He finds Nelson Henry under the hoop. Ball batted around a bit and stolen by Smith. Simmental. Hemel have the numbers and a foul is called before Dizu athletically got the block in.
Yeah, that's tough on Henry again. He's going to be getting frustrated. He's going to say he was fouled, but he just couldn't quite elevate over the defense. And the referees didn't call it, so he's just got to suck it up. And great transition offense the other way.
You say that, the foul was actually on Jack Burnell. It's his first foul. I thought it was on Nelson Henry as well, but I mean, there was, Hemel did have the numbers defensively. It was Simmental on his own. Simmental now heads to the foul line for Derby and makes the first. Of course, we mentioned Simmental has been struggling with injuries this year. 77% free throw shooter for the season. And he makes them both. Here is Burnell. And ball goes out of bounds. And we have a timeout on the floor. Mark Clark has called the timeout. 8:29 remaining, a 1-point game, and it's been a very entertaining game. We mentioned that at the start, and it's still very much all to play for. Exactly what you want in a top-of-the-table clash, 1v2.
Yeah,
1v4 even, excuse me.
Yeah, but Trailblazers are a very, very dangerous team, and if they keep this level up, and they're missing Walker and Powell.
Leighton Elliott-Sewell.
Leighton Elliott-Sewell, excuse me. Missing key players, but everybody's just stepping up. Jimenez is really starting to show what he can do. Dietrich is so dangerous as well. So they are not giving Storm a moment's peace, and it's really needing top play there, like from Matt Ellis, in order to keep Trailblazers at bay. But it's just back and forth. It's the first team to blink is potentially going to be the team that is going to come away from here with the loss. Nice move from Eze. We need more of that from Veron. He had that big three earlier in the game as well. Plus that, we just need a bit more from Eze.
Of course, from Eze, a former Barking Abbey student. Of course, Mark Clark was a big part of Barking Abbey back in the day, and so many players have come out of the Barking Abbey Academy, fantastically run by Ricky Broadmoor, James Veer over there.
Yeah, Jack Burnell as well, of course.
And Jack Burnell, yeah,
was there as well.
Dizu, footwork, sensational.
Yeah, he has come to play tonight. Bright spark off the bench, but that was really clever with that Euro step round the defender to the left.
Averaging 8 points off the bench this season, Matthew Dizu. On the spin, Malcolm Smith gets it to go, and
wow.
Malcolm Smith now moves on to 21.
Just a surge of power as he drop stepped to the bucket, and Hemel couldn't do anything about it. Nice job from Malcolm Smith.
Burnell. Motton the three, splash!
Yeah, that play was set up. Great pass from Jack Burnell, and T-Mike just took his time and nailed the three.
Brown. Smith putting the moves on Ellis. Simmental, excuse me, that's Harrison, misses the three. Motton, beautiful handles. Doesn't get that finish though.
Yeah, that was tough for T-Mike there. A lot of defensive pressure.
Simmental, an open Jace Harrison. And Smith doesn't get that drop to go, and Tremichael Motton. In fact, it's not on Tremichael Motton, it's on Jack Burnell, and that'll be Jack Burnell's second foul. Tremichael Motton, for some reason, put his hand up as well. Unsure as to why, as Burnell will head to the bench.
Yeah, that was clever by Malcolm Smith. He just did that. He just did the rip through, right through Jack Burnell's defensive arm there, and automatic foul.
Another free throw missed from Derby as Malcolm Smith now misses his first free throw. Sam Newman has checked in for Burnell, as Veronese will check in momentarily as well. And that'll be for Matt Ellis.
Yeah, big responsibility now for Veron in that interior defense.
3 of Derby's starting 5 on the floor. Simmental and Brown, the only players who started on the bench, are on the court. Here is Nelson Henry. Got to put up something. That's a 3-second violation. Yeah, he's camped out just a bit too long there, and he understands.
Yeah, that's good defense. Sprawling defense by Storm. Just made Nelson Henry just think about what he was doing, and he just that 3-second call. You don't get it called a lot, but I think that was the right time to call it.
Great to have you all on board on the Basketball England YouTube channel. First time we're at Hemel, and what a thriller this has been thus far, as Ezzy collects the rebound off the miss from Dietrich. Newman driving to the hoop and scoring.
Yeah, it's so good to be able to go left when you're a right-handed player, and Sam Newman gets all the way to the bucket, finishes off the glass.
Simmental nearly stepped out of bounds. Here is Marsden, given all the time in the world, and he'll make them 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, most of his joy has been within the paint, but he just steps out to a mid-range, nothing but net.
Marsden now on 14, 7 of 12 from the floor tonight. Newman loses the ball. Marsden says thank you very much, and here comes the Trailblazers again. Simmental. Pull-up jumper is no good, nearly fell, and Motton collects the rebound. Motton still has it. Pull-up jumper, gets it to go.
Yeah, nice play by teammate. Knocking down that shot, just pulls up on a dime and just knocks it down. And then there's another call there.
And another call, Malcolm Smith with a pushing foul away from the ball. And that's 3 fouls on Smith.
Yeah, that's a bonus for Storm. Get the bucket, now they get the possession as well. They can set something up from the baseline out of bounds.
Malcolm Smith with 22 points, 6 rebounds here tonight. He's had an absolutely fantastic game. And a technical foul has now been called on Malcolm Smith. So that's foul number 4.
Yeah, this is all going a little bit wrong, and Malcolm's same as Nelson Henry earlier.
In fact, he's gone from the game. He's gone. That was his second technical of the game, so he's gone.
Yeah. Well, that is a massive turnaround, John, and he's just lost his head, and you were just saying how well he's played and what an important factor for the Trailblazers, and a thorn in the side of Hemel Storm, and he's just gone in a blink of an eye.
And it's very similar to what happened at Reading a couple of weeks ago. He had 2 fouls going into the 4th quarter, and within 2 minutes, he was fouled out.
Yeah, he knows. He's an experienced, multi-talented player. He's so important for his team. Now Storm have got to make the most of this and take care of business and get this W.
Well, before he was given his marching orders, he was leading the way with 22 points. Here is Newman, putting the moves on Jimenez along the baseline and gets it to go.
Yeah, so many different ways. Sam Newman, this time along the baseline, finishes with his right hand.
Simmental responds from downtown.
Yeah, 2 for a 3. Simmental in transition, semi-transition, knocks down the baseline 3.
That is Derby's 100th three-pointer of the season.
Well,
Dizu misses the ball.
I can see why.
Misses the ball. Here is Simmental again. Fakes his man, has to kick it out. And Jimenez will reset. Dietrich a three. No, that's short. Gets his own rebound, goes close and puts it in. It's a one-possession game again.
Yeah, this is just fantastic basketball. Derby Trailblazers not giving it an inch. And super play by Dietrich.
Newman bundles his way inside.
It's just back and forth, and Sam Newman takes over the offense for the Storm, finishes close to the hoop.
Newman with 12. Brown looking for help. Finds it in Simmental, but just. Shot clock is down to 5. Simmental doesn't get the three to fall. Jimenez gets the offensive rebound. Jimenez, Simmental. And Simmental is fouled. 3:53 remaining, and it's a 4-point game. But Derby, who was trailing by 7 at one point in this fourth period, have come straight back again.
Yeah, they've just got this group that are on the floor. They are so dynamic, getting offensive rebounds. The shot off the glass from Dietrich, Simmental, and also Jimenez. 3 top guards, and you got the big fella in the middle as well with Marston. So very dangerous unit for the Trailblazers.
And Kyle Henderson wants a timeout with 3:53 remaining, all to play for in this contest. The biggest lead for either team has been 9 points. That belongs to the Hemel Storm. It's been an absolutely close fought, physical encounter. Everything we want in a top-of-the-table clash 1v4. It's been absolutely fantastic stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah, and Derby Trailblazers and Hemel Storm have been two of the key teams in the last couple of seasons. As we said earlier, Hemel just with an amazing team a couple of seasons ago, winning everything, and then with Coach Clark coming in, winning the league playoffs as well. Derby Trailblazers winning, you were saying, winning the league as well. They're league champions, and they've got to do this now without Malcolm Smith, but they're probably thinking, you know what, great job, Malcolm, you've got us this far. We've got enough players, enough firepower to get this over the mark, and Storm and Coach Clark have got to refuse to let that happen, and they've got to let, only allow Derby one shot, get the rebound, and get out to their shooters.
Well, you talk about Hemel's undefeated season back in the 22-23 season. Of course, they were led by Drew Spinks. He's actually sitting right behind us as we speak right now.
Yeah, and I did see Aaron Rye in the house as well.
Aaron Rye is here as well, London Lions player at the moment.
Another Hemel Storm alumni, and he's just an amazing player along with Taylor Johnson. But that's then, this is now.
Simmental over Newman, doesn't get it to fall. Ellis rebounds.
Yeah, it's good defense, pressure on that jump shot. Simmental couldn't get it to go.
Rebound number 7 for Matt Ellis here tonight. He's on the ball, he gives it up to Motton. Shot clock now in single figures. Newman finds Monkman, shot clock at 3. Good steal there from Brown. Dietrich inside, the easy layup. And it's now a 2-point game.
Yeah, that's great D. Monkman attacked the closeout, maybe could have taken the 3, was open initially. Good D from Trailblazers.
And a foul has been called, I think, on Jimenez. Yes, it is. That's his 3rd foul. 3:14 remaining. Ellis loses the ball. Jimenez doesn't quite keep it. No, he does, but it's an unsportsmanlike foul. And it's on Ellis.
Yeah, that's big problems for Storm. 4 fouls and 2 shots in possession for Derby. They could be tied, or by the end of this sequence, they could be leading the game. And again, just tough D, quick hands, smart play from Derby Trailblazers.
Derby will just not go away, and now they have a chance. Well, they did have a chance to tie the game. They've missed the first, however, they can tie the game still, as they will keep the ball after these free throws. And now Matt Ellis in foul trouble. He now has 4 fouls. Malcolm Smith fouled out on 2 technicals.
Yeah, and he's talking to the officials. He's just got to bite his lip for this last 3 minutes. If regulation's going to be enough, John, we could be going to OT the way this game's going.
Emotions running high as we enter the final 3 minutes. Brown, Simmental puts it up, doesn't get it to fall. Bats for the board, it's Tremichael Mottons, and here is Sam Newman. Chance for Storm to create again a little bit of breathing space. Listen to this place. Nelson Henry gets it to go and a foul.
Yeah, he's been waiting for that moment. He's had a couple of issues around though. Nelson Henry, not this time. Again, that high-low pass from Matt Ellis. Good spacing. He gets it to go. Just that jump hook. It's up against Marsden. He bodies Marsden. Little fade on that jump hook, and he loves it. And just for your information, John, it's like this every home game. We haven't just done this for you.
Nelson Henry, and I'll tell you what, no one knows a big game situation like Darian Nelson Henry. A 3-point play for him. He now moves on to 9 points. Jimenez finds Dietrich, beautiful from the 2.
That's just perfect read. Jimenez, the defense is overplaying him beyond the 3-point line. Automatic back cut.
These two knew each other so well from their days at Loughborough. And a foul called as Dietrich this time with the foul. Both teams are in the penalty, so there'll be free throws incoming.
Yeah, you've just got to feed Ellis, feed Nelson Henry around the bucket and let them go to work. And if they don't score, invariably they'll be at the foul line.
First foul of the game on Jonas Dietrich. And I don't think Dietrich will be no stranger to mathematics and how many fouls he's on. He actually has a master's degree in mathematics, does Jonas Dietrich. As Ellis makes the first.
He certainly used his angles well on that back cut. And all the ways he's got to the basket tonight has been really impressive.
Matt Ellis, a 65% foul shooter for the season, makes them both. And Veronese will come in for Ellis, a 2-possession game, and perhaps one of your best defenders now on the floor for Hemel in Veronese.
Yeah, super defender. I mean, he's always had to play that close, that guard, that big position. He is a guard size, but he's really improved his shooting this season, but now they need him on the defensive end.
Jimenez. Inside, Dietrich a 2, no. Nelson Henry rebounds. 7 rebounds now for Nelson Henry.
Yeah, just doing his job. Boxing out, gets the rebound, gives Hemel Storm another chance.
This place will come unglued if Hemel gets a bucket here. Ellis, inside, doesn't get the fall on the follow, was Nelson Henry.
Yeah, they're so good with the anticipation of the missed shot. Ellis misses, Nelson Henry makes.
And a foul on the floor. They're going to give that bucket actually to Matt Ellis. So he now moves on to 18. Nelson Henry stays rooted on 9.
Yeah, Ellis is so consistent. He's almost at his average for the season. One of the top scorers in the league. I think 6th overall in the whole of the league. And he just delivers night in, night out.
Simmental hits the first free throw. And Simmental makes them both. Motton. Final 90 seconds to go. Newman nearly with the dagger 3. Marsden tips it to Simmental. Pulls up the 3, that's off to the right. And Nelson Henry collects the rebound. And now Hemel, they have time on their side. Ellis. The floater is good. Timeout, Kyle Henderson. And Hemel now lead by 6. 6 with 1:05 remaining. In fact, I'm not sure if a foul has been called in the middle of that. Referee Ben Silvaghi is calling a foul. It's a technical foul. Not quite sure who that's on. I think it's on Ellis. It is on Matt Ellis, yeah. So Matt Ellis is now gone as well. He's fouled out.
Yeah. Again, maybe he thinks he's fouled in the act of that play, because that was just beautiful basketball from Ellis. Got to his spot, but he said something. The referees have been very consistent with their technical fouls. Anybody who speaks too much, it's a straight tech, and I think he may have to. He's not leaving the.
Well, Matt Ellis has got to go. Yeah, he's now going to go to a near standing ovation here inside the Storm Dome. 20 points for Matt Ellis, 7 rebounds. What a performance from him tonight.
Yeah, he's a key player, maybe the #1 option for Hemel. He does so much for them, and a slow start for him, as it was with Hemel, but he has grown into this game, and when they need a big play, he's the player they go to.
1:05 remaining, and Hemel, pun intended, because we're playing a game, I guess, are weathering the storm right now against the Trailblazers, who have just not gone away in this game. But is this gap too much? There is a lot of time on the clock, mind you, but Derby at the moment just cannot seem to figure out how they can get vital stops on this Hemel Storm side.
Yeah, I think having Ellis out of the game is going to help him. They're going to have a technical free throw. First, they got to make this, because they've missed some big shots, free throws down the stretch here. But Hemel don't have to rush on offense. They can take their time. But with Derby, don't go too quick on your shot. You know, their last 3 they took, I think it was Simmental, too quick. Just make an extra pass, you'll get it back and try and get a wide open shot, as you say. 5-point game, 65 seconds, a long time.
Well, coaches do like their players to get into their sets quickly. That was probably a bit too quick, mind you. However, Derby are still in this. There's a lot of time on the clock, but it's momentum Storm right now. Jimenez looking to change that. Finds Dietrich. Driving inside, and Dietrich will head to the foul line.
Yeah, he got really deep into the key there, and Darian Nelson-Henry with the foul, and I think that's a fair call, and Nelson-Henry's just got to stay cool. He's speaking to the refs now, and I think that's a fair call, because if you let an offensive player that deep into the key, you're in big trouble on the defensive end.
Jonas Dietrich to the foul line. Misses the first. That's a big miss, especially this late in the game.
Yeah, and they're going to look back at it. If they don't win this game, 3 key free throws have not gone down.
And he misses them both. Monkman with the rebound. He's fouled immediately by Jimenez on the floor. Unsure if that, I think that was accidental, but a foul nonetheless. And now Trent Monkman goes to the foul line.
Yeah, everything's going Storm's way, and that's just for a high-level player like Dietrich, or any of these top guards that are on the floor, they've got to knock their free throws down, John. It's the pressure, it's the noise, it's tough to concentrate and totally focus. And now Monkman, well, he misses
and he
as
misses
well.
the free throw.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
70% from the stripe this season. Trent Monkman, he's also missed a chunk of the season through injury, but he splits his free throws.
Yeah, 2-possession game. They got to get a good look though. They don't need to rush Derby.
Jimenez. Dietrich wide open, doesn't get it to fall, tipped by Marsden and collected by Simmental. Simmental goes up, that doesn't fall, Eze rebounds, big rebound for Ron Eze. And now Eze is fouled at midcourt by Marsden, that'll be 4 on Marsden.
Yeah, that's a massive play by Veron. Great offensive rebound by the Trailblazers initially, but look at Veron put on the afterburners, and he gets what he wanted, a foul, get to the foul line.
And you know, Hemel have got time on their side, so uncharacteristic for a player to just drive to the hoop, but Veronese, an energetic player, just throws that rule book out the window as he makes the first. And that, in a sense, should be that.
Yeah, that's, unless Derby go absolutely crazy and get some threes and some quick steals, but Storm should be able to manage this now.
An 8-point lead for the Storm, 29.5 to go in what has been an enthralling encounter here on NBL Live. Jimenez inside, stolen away by Eze, out of bounds. It will go back to Derby. 18.7 on the clock.
Yeah, Eze doing exactly what he needs to do. Just defending that basket, good defense.
Simmental, a three, no. Rebounded by Deirdre, blocked. The other end is blocked again, this time Nelson Henry, and a foul called. And Nelson Henry will head to the foul line.
Well, Derby Trailblazers again, and they've had their chances, but what a block this is by Eze. Get out of here. But they still get another look. Marsden can't get it done. Another block from Henry, and then he gets fouled. So Storm again doing what they have to do to get the W.
And Rob Marsden fouls out. 14 points, 12 boards for him tonight. A fantastic virtuoso performance from him. Unfortunately, it will not be enough, as Derby will now drop to 9-6, whereas it'll be 14-0 for the Hemel Storm. It won't be 41-0 in all competitions, of course, eliminated from cup contention and Kick King contention. But they are on their way, it seems, to an NBL Division 1 league title. There's a long way to go in the season, there is no doubt about that. But Hemel, undoubted favourites after tonight.
I think so. They've had a lot thrown at them tonight. And Derby Trailblazers, make no mistake, they are a big-time team with some super players, both technically correct and obviously Smith on top of that. But Smith got, that technical foul was huge when he had to go. Obviously Ellis went as well, but maybe Storm have been able to just take care of things with Ellis leaving the game, and Eze has stepped up. And John Bonnell, the head of basketball operations there, as you alluded to, dear friend of mine, who has had his own health issues at the moment.
He has,
not here tonight, so we wish John well. I'll be seeing him later in the next few days. But he's put together another unbelievable team that are resilient, are talented, and we're seeing what Team White can do. They've got Silla back. How effective can he be the rest of the season? And maybe the sky's the limit for the Storm team, John.
And no doubt John Bonnell will be watching on, very happy with what he is seeing here tonight as the Storm look to go, or will go, to 14-0. It's a tough month for the Storm, but so far, so good, because they're 3-0 in February, 14-0 overall. They beat the Derby Trailblazers here tonight, 92-83. There'll be more games to come, no doubt, for the Hemel Storm, but the key matchup will be at the end of the month when they host the Reading Rockets.
Well, they're going to want revenge because they got beaten badly by the Rockets on that final, that one-off game on neutral venue. But you know, with Reading coming here, Storm will be ready, prepared, and it will be one hell of a ball game. Maybe you could come, hey John, come back for that one as well.
Well, we never know. You might see us back, hopefully see us back at the end of the month. But for now, my thanks to Graham Hiscock as the fans storm the court here in Hemel. It's a fantastic victory for the Hemel Storm, led by 25 points for Tremichael Motton. Matt Ellis with 20. Malcolm Smith leading the way with 22 points for the Derby Trailblazers, but they come up short here tonight against the Hemel Storm. My thanks to Graham Hiscock. It's been an absolute joy being here for the first time in Hemel Hempstead, and what an encounter we have had here tonight But again, my thanks to Graham Hiscock. I've been John Hobbs. Have a fantastic evening wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen.